Hey guys, it has been forever. Literally forever. Baby, where you going? Baby, you gotta help me make this video. Come here. My little best friend. So we just got bits. No, that's mommy's rug. Stop it. Hey, hey, stop. Sorry. He has to get yelled at. So we just got back from convention. What's today? Tuesday? Tuesday. We just got back from convention Friday night at like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was amazing. It was incredibly empowering. It was awesome to meet so many people with incredible belief in the company. I don't have this hat on because I'm advertising. I have this hat on because it's a bad hair day. Anyway, but it was just incredible, and something that I've really been focusing on for a little bit now, and I just want to talk about, even though I've talked about it before, is my own personal growth, personal beliefs, personal struggles. I have unfollowed a lot of Instagram celebs recently, just because, not that I don't think they're amazing and awesome, but I noticed that as I start to get a larger social media following and, you know, start to try to brand myself more, I was almost going off of what they're doing and being like, oh, well, they have these perfect photos with perfect colors and perfect bodies, and I just realized in the process of trying to make myself look more branded, I don't know, I kind of felt like I was losing myself. I don't know. I want to be authentic. Like, the people I like following on Instagram are the people who are just raw and real and put it out there when they're having a crappy day or whatever. So anyway, the only reason I've unfollowed them is just because I wanted to be able to see more of what the people who really inspire me. And I need to clean out my following again because for some reason I have like way too many people. Not that I don't want to follow everyone, but I miss posts. Like, I don't know, I don't see any of my friends' posts. That's why I have a personal Instagram, which then I forget to get on. Anyway, that's beside the point. But so, if you've seen my two posts that I've made in the past like week and a half, just more about my own insecurities. And I have found that talking publicly about my own insecurities kind of quashes my insecurities, if that makes sense, which is weird. Like, you would think like, oh, you don't want anybody to know that you're insecure about this, but I've kind of found that if I'm just upfront, like, this is something that I'm insecure about, it's almost like, okay, well, I put it out there, so what do you have to say? Like, I don't know, it's made me feel better. And so I'm making this video just to kind of talk about an overview of my life, how I got here, and just kind of as an empowering message to anybody who may be watching it, who may be struggling with things that are similar to things that I've struggled with. So at convention this past week, we had a lot of keynote speakers, and one of them was Carrie Wilkerson, who is a motivational speaker and a businesswoman, and she's just incredible. And she did this like hour-long talk with us, and it was so amazing. I am someone who, I actually don't really like quotes of like when you go to like TJ Maxx and it says like live, laugh, love. I'm kind of like, no. I really like quotes that are real or kind of tough love or have profanity in them. So anyway, she like had all these good quotes, but they were, I just spit, I'm sorry, but they were like, Fitz, knock it off. You guys are gonna be so annoyed of watching this as I scream at my cat. Stop it. But anyway, she had all these good quotes that were just like empowering and motivational and just kind of like telling you to cut your own crap. Like, you're the one who is making your own life harder. So the one quote that I posted on Instagram that she said that I am like gonna print out and hang it on my wall is, your excuses, oh wait, I'm gonna get this wrong. Let me read it before I get this wrong. Your excuses are the lies you tell yourself that nobody believes but you. Isn't that good? I was like, that is so true. Like, when you think about it, like, put it with anything in life. Like, oh, I can't get fit because I have 5 kids and a husband and I have to take care of my family. Yes, that's true. You do have to do that, but I guarantee you there's someone in the world who has 5 kids and a husband and takes care of their family and works full-time and they're getting fit in the process. So anyway, I was just like really empowered by this quote. But so I wanted to kind of just talk about my own struggles and just put them out there, and in hopes that, you know, I'm sure I've talked about this in other videos, but just in hopes that it, I don't know, inspires somebody. It makes you realize that, hey, I'm like a total human being who sits on my couch and watches Netflix, and I'm really not trying to be someone who's not real or someone who's like famous. I'm not famous at all, but like as my social media following grows, someone made a comment again at convention like, oh, she's Instagram famous, and I was like, that's not real fame, that's weird, honestly. Anyway, so I just want to give you a quick rundown. I had an amazing childhood. I have wonderful parents. I lived in a really stable family. I have no siblings. My mom is truly my best friend, and I am a ball of anxiety. I have been my whole life. I would not go to birthday parties. I would not go to the dentist. I had to sit on my mother's lap. I mean, I think I started therapy at age 7 just because I needed help. I was ruining my life already at age 7 with anxiety over nothing. Like, I had this incredibly, I don't want to say it's weird because it's not that weird, but I was terrified of tornadoes. We lived in a small town in Pennsylvania. Like, the chances of a tornado happening, or like a serious tornado, were kind of slim, but like it was debilitating, this fear I had of tornadoes. Like, if there was rain, I was like walking around with my blankie crying to my mom, like, is there gonna be a tornado? Like, I was terrified. So then it like stemmed from that to being absolutely paralyzingly scared that my parents were going to get divorced. I don't know, I mean, I don't want to say that they didn't get along, like, they kind of didn't get along, but it was just like, I don't know what I thought was going to happen. Newsflash, my parents got divorced the same year I got married, which was last year. And to be quite honest, everyone is happier. It was a good decision. But I spent like the first 10 years of my life thinking that like if that happened, I don't know, the world was going to end. Literally end. So anyway, I went to therapy and I had this worry chart that I made, and it was super helpful. And I remember like at like age 9, 10, I don't know, I had to like mark every day like what my rank of worry was that day. So this started at a really, really young age. It's probably why at age 25 I am super attached to my mom. Like, it's really hard being 4 hours away from her, even though I'm near other family. Like, she is definitely my best friend, and much to Easy's probably annoyance, it is kind of annoying, she is still sometimes the person I go to when I need advice. I get his advice too, don't get me wrong, but he'll say like, did you already call your mom? And I'm like, no, yeah. Like, she's my go-to person. Anyway, so where I'm going with all of this is that I don't know why I have all this anxiety, all this worry. I've had it my whole life. It's always been a struggle. I've been off and on of medications. Currently, true life, I'm on an antidepressant. I would love to get off of that someday, just because I don't think that medication in the long term is probably great for you. But it's saved me from a lot of, I don't know, a lot of bad days, I guess. So, anyway, juxtaposed with this is my sweet husband, who had a hard childhood. And I don't say that he has an incredible family, but money was very tight for him as a kid. He went through periods where they didn't have electricity, they didn't have hot water. He is the most positive person I have ever met. I've never experienced hardship like that, ever. He has, and the fact that he has no anxiety whatsoever, as I don't think I've ever seen him have like a depressed day ever. I mean, that to me is just like, that's why I love him even more. And that's also what makes me feel like so incredibly guilty when I'm like paranoid and upset because, you know, someone on social media, not that this really happens that often, but like someone on social media said, you know, oh, you aren't as inspiring as you used to be, or something stupid like that. And this dwells on me for like days, and it shouldn't, because you know what? Unfollow me. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I unfollowed a bunch of people who I didn't think were that inspiring anymore, but I didn't say to them, by the way, I'm unfollowing you because I don't think you're that inspiring anymore. Just do it. Anyway, that was a somewhat recent encounter. Nothing else bad has happened. I'm sorry. I feel like my eyes are hidden. My head is so small and this hat's as tight as it goes. So anyway, as I'm rambling and it's now been 10 minutes, what I really just wanted to say is that fear is normal. If you have debilitating fear like I do, where it really has held me back from a lot in life, then I suggest get help. There's no shame in getting help. I love the fact that therapy exists. In fact, that was the first career path I wanted. I wanted to be a mental health counselor because I felt like hopefully I could help someone in some form. And that transferred into helping people with fitness. And as I've mentioned before, fitness has helped a lot of my anxiety and depression issues. Does that mean I don't still have them? No. There are days of the week, ask my husband, where I'm like, I woke up today and I just don't want to get out of bed. Nothing is wrong. That's depression, guys. That's real. I'm diagnosed with it. I'm diagnosed with general anxiety disorder, which basically means you're anxious over everything that you could possibly be anxious over. But so far, knock on wood, I've been able to overcome a lot of it, even if it takes me a while. I did not want to make this video about plexus, but two really quick things that I was reflecting on and just wanted to put out there. There are two significant moments in my life where I was at a fork in the road, basically, and there was a terrifying decision and there was the easy decision. And thankfully, I picked the terrifying, in my terms, decision both times because they changed my life. The first one was when I was 17 in a pool in the backyard with my best friend Liz, and Easy texted me and asked me to go on a date. Typical Nina reaction. I looked at Liz and was like, I don't know him. I can't go on a date with him. No, I'm not going. Liz, thank you. I love you. You're my best friend. Encouraged me to get over my fear. It was just a date. Like, who cares that you don't know this guy and that the date could suck or whatever? Go on a date with him. Well, obviously he's my husband. Imagine if I had never done that though. I genuinely was terrified. I think I spent like 3 hours deciding what to wear, probably 5 hours like trying to figure out an excuse to get the date. So that's just one example of like, my life could have been vastly different had I let my fear take over. The second situation is that, and I've mentioned this before, is that I almost did not join Plexus. I was terrified of what people would say about network marketing. I was terrified of what my own belief was about network marketing. I was terrified of the fact that I rolled my eyes at every person I knew who did network marketing. But you know what? Here I am doing network marketing, and I am telling you, aside from marrying my husband, which was scary decision number 1 back then, that was scary decision number 2. And oh my gosh, if I had let that fear hold me back, my life would be so different and so much worse. I wanted to cry at convention because of how close I was and how for 9 months I told my dear sponsor Rachel, no, I'm not interested. Okay, maybe I'm interested, but I'm not gonna build a team. I'm not gonna, try to do the business side of it. No, 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 no. I know the products are amazing. They're life-changing, but oh my God, what are people gonna think? I have let so much of my life be dictated by what are people gonna think. And honestly, if I can't even count on one hand the times that people have actually told me what they think and it's offended me. So this is like this fear that your excuses, remember, are the ideas you create that you only believe. Yeah, this is my concern that I've created, and it's never even really happened. I've never had any of my best friends say, wow, Nina, you're really crazy. Like, why did you do this? Oh my God. In fact, most of them are doing this with me. Most of them are having amazing lives and are letting me help them, and we're closer than ever. And yet I was so scared of this. So the only times that this has really honestly happened, that someone has told me what they think and it's like been something that I was fearful of, it's been like twice of some person on Instagram who I don't know. I don't even know if, that's their real name. So, like, why is that such a fear? And I'm not asking you why that's such a fear, like that's a stupid fear. I'm saying this for us both. That was such a fear of mine. Still, when I post things, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I should post this. I don't know. And then I'm just like, you know what? Rip the Band-Aid off. Post it, sit back, take a deep breath. And it is almost always, at least lately, received with gratitude. It's received with messages of people saying, thank you for posting this. So I just wanted to say, we all struggle. This isn't an ad for you to, go join network marketing or go, I don't know. It's just basically saying, pick out something that you are terrified to do, but that the possibility of not doing it could change your life, and the possibility of doing it could change your life, and really, really consider what is the worst that could happen. If the worst that can happen are people are going to make fun of you, that's terrifying. Take it from, if you ask Easy, he's like, who cares? No, to me, I'm like, oh my God, people are going to make fun of me. People are going to talk about me behind my back. They're not signing my checks though. They're not going to sleep with me every night. They're not cuddling my cat. They're not my family. My family has never said anything negative to me. My family always lifts me up and empowers me. So does my husband. But something that I really learned at this convention is you can believe in other people all you want. I can push my best friends. I can say, you need to do this. This is awesome. You would be great at this. You could definitely X, Y, and Z do this. But if you don't believe in yourself, it doesn't matter if 9 million people believe in you. That is the honest truth. Before I did this, my mom believed in me, Easy believed in me, Rachel believed in me, all my friends believed in me. I didn't believe in me, which is what held me back. The second I was like, you know what? I can do this. I can do it. Life changed. It's so true. So I'm not trying to get preachy or anything like that. I'm just saying I am a real person who has real big struggles, and those probably aren't going to go away anytime soon. But every day that I can say to myself, you know what, Nina, wake up and rock that shit, that is a success in my mind. And you guys need to figure out what it is that is holding you back. If there's anything, not that I'm like trying to be some kind of like mentor or whatever, although I like mentoring people, but figure out what is holding you back and figure out who believes in you and talk to them about your fear. Hell, talk to me about your fear. I am an honest person. I'm going to say, girl, that's a crazy ass idea, but hey, if you think that's going to work, then do it. Do it. Like Nina fitness training, that was a crazy ass idea. That's still a crazy ass idea. The entire time I'm doing it, I'm like, this is a crazy ass idea. This is not going to work. And then all of a sudden, one day, I was like, this is going to work because I'm going to make it work. And look at that.